Hi, my name's Hannah Jinkle, and today we'll be reading the book What Do You Do with a Tale Like This by Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. I like this book because it's educational, relatable, and interactive with many potential stopping points for conversation. This book would be a great addition to adaptation lessons and inspires many activities regarding adaptation. I would gear my lesson including this book towards 4th grade, covering TEKS 4.10a and b. So let's get started. What Do You Do with a Tale Like This? By Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. Animals use their noses, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in very different ways. See if you can guess which animal each part belongs to and how it is used. At the back of the book you can find out more about these animals. What do you do with a nose like this? If you're a platypus, you use your nose to dig in the mud. If you're a hyena, you find your next meal with your nose. If you're an alligator, you breathe through your nose while hiding in the water. If you're an elephant, you use your nose to give yourself a bath, and if you're a mole, you use your nose to find your way underground. What do you do with ears like these? If you're a jackrabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. If you're a bat, you see with your ears. If you're a hippopotamus, you close your ears when you're underwater. If you're a cricket, you hear with ears that are on your knees. And if you're a humpback whale, you hear sounds hundreds of miles away. What do you do with a tail like this? If you're a giraffe, you brush off pesky flies with your tail. If you're a skunk, you lift your tail to warn that a stinky spray is on the way. If you're a lizard, you break off your tail to get away. If you're a scorpion, your tail can give a nasty sting. And if you're a monkey, you hang from a tree by your tail. What do you do with eyes like these? If you're an eagle, you spot tiny animals from high in the air. If you're a chameleon, you look 2 ways at once. If you're a 4-eyed fish, you look above and below the water at the same time. If you're a horned lizard, you squirt blood out of your eyes. And if you're a bush baby, you use your large eyes to see clearly at night. What do you do with feet like these? If you're a chimpanzee, you feed yourself with your feet. If you're a blue-footed booby, you do a dance. If you're a water strider, you walk on water. If you're a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on the ceiling. And if you're a mountain goat, you leap from ledge to ledge. What do you do with a mouth like this? If you're a pelican, you use your mouth as a net to scoop up fish. If you're an egg-eating snake, you use your mouth to swallow eggs larger than your head. If you're a mosquito, you use your mouth to suck blood. If you're an anteater, you capture termites with your long tongue. And if you're an archerfish, you catch insects by shooting them down with a stream of water. So here there's just facts about each animal we saw in our book. I'll read just one from each set. The platypus, a very unusual animal, lives in streams, ponds, and rivers in Australia. It's a mammal, but it lays eggs. Its feet are webbed, and the males have poisonous spurs on their back legs. Platypus poison probably wouldn't kill a person, but getting spurred is very painful and can be deadly for small animals. The platypus closes its eyes underwater and uses its sensitive bill to detect the faint electric pulses emitted by its prey. Then, with its bill, it sifts through the mud for these small fishes, frogs, and insects. Platypuses are usually about 20 inches long and weigh about 5 pounds. The field cricket's ears are on its two front legs. Openings in the cricket's hard outer covering lead to chambers inside each leg. By pointing its body and its ears in different directions, the cricket can tell where a sound is coming from. Field crickets, which are about 3/4 inch long and live throughout North America, make their familiar chirping sound by rubbing the edges of their wings together. The warmer the temperature, the faster they chirp. Counting the number of chirps in 15 seconds and adding 40 gives a fairly accurate temperature reading in degrees Fahrenheit. The world's tallest animal is the giraffe. It lives on the savannas of Africa. It can grow up to 19 feet in height. The giraffe feeds on leaves at the top of the trees that dot these grasslands, leaves that other grazing animals can't reach. It protects itself against its primary enemy, the lion, with kicks from its powerful back legs and uses its long tail to brush flies and other insects from its back. The bald eagle lives throughout much of North America and is the national bird of the United States. It hunts by sight, soaring high in the air and looking for rabbits, small birds, and fish. Its eyesight is 4 to 8 times as sharp as that of a human. The bald eagle is a large bird with a wingspan of more than 7 feet. When it dives to attack prey, it can reach speeds faster than 150 miles per hour. The bald eagle is really not bald. Its head is covered with white feathers. If you spent time in the tropics, you've probably seen small lizards walking on the walls or ceilings. These noisy, insect-eating reptiles are geckos. Their name probably comes from the unusual chirping sound they make. The bottom of the gecko's feet are covered with millions of tiny hairs and pads that use an electrical charge to cling to just about any surface, even a sheet of glass. Most geckos are about 7 inches long. The egg-eating snake has jaws that can unhinge and very elastic skin, which allows it to eat eggs that are wider than its own body. It sometimes takes the snake several hours to swallow an egg. It has no teeth, but breaks the egg with a special bone in its throat. This African snake eats as many eggs as it can during the bird's breeding season, then goes without food for the rest of the year. It grows to about 2.5 feet in length. So that's it. What Do You Do with a Tale Like This by Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. I hope you enjoyed this reading and even more so the many activities available to teach adaptations. Thanks for watching.